याद पिया की जाए ये दुख सा न जाए याद पिया की आए.
Hello viewers, today I am before you on behalf of Dr. Gurmeet Singh, Professor and Head, Department of Gurmat Sangeet Chair, Punjabi University, Patiala. I am taking this privilege to present this lecture on his behalf. Friends, today I will talk about the life, biography, singing and major contribution of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan, who was a legendary classical vocalist and was also known as Tansen of 20th century. Now the family background and the early life of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan. Bade Ghulam Ali Khan was born on April 2nd, 1902 in Kasur, Punjab of British India, now in Lahore. He belonged to a family with rich musical heritage. His father, Ali Bakhsh Khan, was a well-known sarangi player. Ali Bakhsh and his brother Kale Khan, who belonged to Kasur Gharana, were also famous Dhrupad singers of the time. Bade Ghulam Ali Khan and his three brothers Aman Ali Khan, Mubarak Ali Khan and Barakat Ali Khan. They also grew up to the musicians of their own right. Now the training and gurus of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan. At the age of 7, Bade Ghulam Ali Khan initially started taking lessons in music from his uncle Ustad Bade Ghulam, because his father Ali Bakhsh was appointed as a court musician in Kashmir. So in his absence, it was Uncle Kale Khan who started training Ghulam Ali. He taught the young Ustad simple compositions. In 1911, Ghulam Ali accompanied Kale Khan to Delhi at the age of 9 and watched him performing at Delhi Darbar. Thus began the grooming and development of the young disciple. Till 17 years of age, Ghulam Ali was taught both instrumental and vocal music, and he was an adept sarangi player. Ghulam Ali is also said to have learnt from Ashiq Ali Khan, the maestro of the Patiala Gharana. Inayat Bai, a disciple of Ali Bakhsh, and Sindhi Khan of Gwalior Gharana are also said to have influenced the music of Ghulam Ali. Now, making of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan. Bade Ghulam Ali Khan blended the best of classical music and created a unique style of his own. He amalgamated the best of the four traditions of music: Patiala, that was his own, the elements of Dhrupad, the delicacy of Jaipur, and the embellishments of Gwalior. He looked beyond the bol banav tradition of Thumari. He wanted to break the age-old tradition and wanted to play with the notes with greater abandon and less restraint. His voice had a wide range spanning 3 octaves, effortless rendition, sweetness, flexibility, and ease of movements in all tempo. His rag exposition were brief, contrary to the convention, because he believed that the audience would not appreciate long alaps, and he had to sing for the masses and change the music to what the audience wanted. Now the singing career of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan. Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan started his musical career by playing sarangi, accompanying female singers. He also used to sing a few compositions of his uncle Ustad Kale Khan. He became a popular after his first concert in 1938 in Calcutta, now known as Kolkata. Initially, he denied singing in movies. However, he was convinced by K. Asif to sing 2 songs based on Rag Soni and Rageshwari for the 1960 films Mughal-e-Azam, with the music directed by Naushad. By the time he reached 42 years of age, he was regarded as the uncrowned king of Indian music by the music lovers. The amending passion for music always boosted up the energy level of Ghulam Ali, and he continued singing and performing in the concerts with the support of his son Munawwar Ali Khan till his death. Personal life. Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan got married and his son was born in 1930, who was named Munawwar Ali Khan. Bade Ghulam Ali Khan's wife died in 1932 when his son was merely 2 years. Many years after the death of his first wife, Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali remarried to an issueless widow who survived him and died on August 11, 1996. As stated earlier, Ghulam Ali had 3 brothers. The partition in 1947 separated Ghulam Ali from his brother Aman Ali Khan, Mubarak Ali Khan and Barakat Ali Khan, who chose to remain in Pakistan while Ghulam Ali opted for Indian citizenship. The anguish of being parted from his birthplace and loved ones was perhaps mitigated by his dedication to music. He himself said, "All my miseries and happiness lay engrossed in my music." And this can be well illustrated by one of his immortal Thumri, a melody in which he poured his grief after the loss of his wife. Yaad Piya Ki Aye, which reflects the very trauma of his heart. A prolonged illness had left him partially paralyzed during the concluding year of his life. But still he continued to sing in public performances with the help of his son Munawwar Ali Khan. After having accomplished a lot, Ghulam Ali breathed his last in 1968 in Hyderabad. Special contribution towards Indian classical music. The special contribution of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan is that he added a touch of Punjabi to Thumri, and in the present date it is popular as Thumari of Punjabi-Ang. When he made innovations to Khyal, he kept his innovational flavor alive. He recorded numerous Khyals and Thumris such as Yaad Piya Ki Aye, Kate Na Birhat Ki Raat, Tirche Nazariya Ke Baan and Aaye Na Balam, Kya Karun Sajne. Now you listen some of the prominent recordings of Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan.
याद पिया की जाए ये दुख सा न जाए याद पिया की आए
About his disciples. Bade Ghulam Ali Khan's son Munawwar Ali was his constant companion and was being groomed to succeed him. He always accompanied Khan Sahib on the Tanpura, and being so close to his father, he imbibed the vast treasure of his father's musical knowledge. Munawwar Ali accompanied his father in all the concerts until his father's death in 1968. Thereafter, he continued singing solo performances, which again came to an end with the death in 1982. His grandson Raza Ali Khan is yet again a Hindustani singer, thereby keeping the tradition of musical heritage alive. Among his disciples, some prominent names are Bimal Chatterjee, Pandit Kalyan Basu, and Malti Gilani, etc. Bimal Chatterjee had been a regular performer in All India Radio from 1975 to 1980. He has captivated his audience through his colorful presentation of sitar performances all over India. He has always been appreciated as being a true musician of Imdad Khane Gharana. Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan helped him to learn and appreciate all forms of Hindustani classical music and sitar, and transformed him into a true artist over the years. Pandit Kalyan Basu had learned from Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahib, the Doyen of Patiala Gharana, and subsequently from Ustad Munawwar Ali Khan. Even now, in the age of 70s, his sur sadhana is still going strong, though various adverse conditions. He also graduated from Calcutta University in Arts and in Musicology from Marist College, Lucknow. He has performed all over the country and extensively in Calcutta over the years. His gaiki, that is singing style, features all musical elements of Patiala style. It was said about him, Kalyan Basu's Vistar, that is rag elaboration, sargam and tan silsila had all the elements of Patiala gaiki. His melodious voice, 4 octaves spanning, fast dance, gamak, gaiki creates a transcendental sensation for the audience. His unbelievable ease to control over voice production, fast dance, and colorful khayal and thumri reminds us of his guru Sabrang, Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan. Now, Malti Gilani. Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahib took Malti Gilani as his Gunda bund Shagird, that is, committed disciple. Malti has kept the Hindustani music alive by setting Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan's Yaadgar Sabha. The institution aspires to encourage classical music and organizes several concerts to live up to its aim. Every year, they organize a Thumri festival named Sabrang Utsav in the memory of his great maestro under the pen name Sabrang, which is held across 2 days. Now, awards. A specialist in Thumri and Khyal style of singing, Bade Ghulam Ali Khan received several honors and awards, prominent among which are Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1962 and Padma Bhushan Award again in 1962. To sum up, having a tumultuous life full of good and bad experiences, Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan put all his physical, mental and spiritual powers into the learning of music. he never let the music down. He universed himself and all his mental, physical and spiritual senses in the learning and practicing music. His unbeatable talent led him to sustain during the age of Abdul Karim Khan, Aladia Khan and Fayaz Khan. By the time he reached 42 years of age, he was regarded as the uncrowned king of Indian music by many music lovers. There's hardly a doubt that he is the most adept of all the singers of his time. At different points of time, he lived at different places like Lahore, Mumbai, Kolkata and Hyderabad. Even in the present times, Bade Ghulam Ali Khan remains the top-ranking vocalist in Indian and Pakistan music. No denying that Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan left his corporal world, but the memories will always be cherished. Thank you.